Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Today we're looking at a critical part of the Soviet-Afghan War, the Panjshir Valley offensives. The Panjshir Valley lies 70 kilometers north of Kabul in the Hindu Kush Mountains close to the Seylang Pass, which connects Kabul to the northern areas of Afghanistan and further on to Uzbekistan, then part of the Soviet Union. The valley was absolutely critical for moving supplies in and out of the country. In June 1979, an insurrection led by Ahmad Massoud expelled all government forces, and the valley became a guerrilla stronghold. From the valley, Mujahideen groups frequently carried out ambushes of Soviet convoys bringing supplies to the 40th Army stationed in the country. The Seylang Pass became a dangerous area, and Soviet truck drivers were even awarded decorations for having successfully crossed it. The Panjshir offensives were a series of battles from 1980 to 1985 between the Soviet Army with Afghan armed forces and the Afghan Mujahideen under Massoud. The goal of these offensives was to control the valley. These battles saw some of the most violent fighting of the whole war. During the 9 Panjshir campaigns launched, coordinated Soviet assaults would regularly drive out the Mujahideen from the valley, but they would return as soon as the Soviets left. Does that ring any bells of other conflicts in the area, guys?
Not sure that could have warned us about anything.
Yes. The Soviet offensives consisted of airstrikes, helicopter attacks with troop landings, mechanized thrusts, artillery bombardments, and punitive measures. The punitive measures included the destruction of local farms and crops to force Massoud's men from the valley. While the Soviets had support from the largest army in the world, the only support Massoud had was sporadic intelligence from MI6 in England, who decoded Soviet wireless orders and gave Massoud warning of Soviet movements. Amazingly, despite the Soviet superiority in every area, by the end of the 9th offensive in 1985, the Soviets had lost more than 7,000 men in the valley, plus large amounts of material, while Mujahideen losses, amazingly, were predicted to be only minimal. Today we're going to concentrate on Panjshir Offensive 5 on May 16th, 1982. Guys, let's have a quick look at the geography at this point. So if I zoom out, this whole area is Afghanistan. We have Pakistan here, and above you've got areas that would have been the Soviet Union. The valley was in the northeast here, and I've shown the valley and areas the valley connects to in a purple dotted line. So it started 20 miles here north of Bagram. 40 miles along the valley was the town of Panjshir here that it was named after. The pass continued northeast and connected to the border here and the border with Pakistan here, covering a total of 170 miles. As I said, today we're looking at the 16th of May 1982 Panjshir Offensive 5. By 1982, Massoud had built up his forces to 3,000 men, and other Mujahideen from neighbouring areas could come to his aid. The approaches to the valley were strengthened with defensive positions established on dominant heights and near narrow passes. Hollowed-out caves were used as supply depots and shelters. The offensive was carried out by a force of 12,000 Afghan and Soviet soldiers, with 320 armoured vehicles, 155 artillery pieces, and supported by 104 helicopters and 26 fixed-wing aircraft. The main assault began on the night of May 16th, after an intense aviation and artillery bombardment. While motorised rifle battalions attacked the dominating features at the entrance to the valley, airborne units were airlifted by helicopters behind the main Mujahideen defences. In all, 4,200 troops were airlifted into the valley to capture strategic points right up to the Pakistan border in an effort to cut the Mujahideen supply lines. Massoud, who suspected an attack similar to the previous ones, had disposed his defences close to the entrance of the valley and was thus unable to prevent the Soviets from gaining footholds in the valley. Most of the Mujahideen survived the attack, and Massoud divided them into small, mobile groups that fought the Soviets all the way down the length of the valley. At the end of the offensive, although the Soviets successfully captured key fortified positions in the valley floor, the dynamic nature of Massoud's forces meant that the vast majority evaded destruction. The Mujahideen still controlled the crucial high grounds of the valley. This led to Offensive 6 later in the year. Guys, that leads us on to what we're doing today. Now, we do have the actual area of the valley modelled here, but this area at the moment is not modelled in high fidelity. That means we don't have the houses, the power lines, the rivers, the stuff we need to really simulate it. So what we're doing is we're shifting the valley down southwest a few hundred miles to this area, which is highly modelled. For today's roleplay, it's not going to make a huge amount of difference. So, today, Tarinkot Air Base here becomes Bagram Air Base, and this is where the Soviets operated on Offensive 5. Today we're doing two operations, guys. First operation is to take off in fixed-wing aircraft used in the real mission, fly along this dotted line here, simulating the approach to the Panjshir Valley, and then entering the valley here. We'll fly up the valley to this area, which is the simulated town of Panjshir for today. Beyond that is a village which has been designated as harbouring Mujahideen fighters. It was not uncommon in the 1980s for the Soviets to atomize entire villages if suspected of harbouring fighters. There are 70 Mujahideen fighters in this village here. We must locate the village and we must eradicate as many as we can. After that, we'll return back down the valley, back through the steer points and land at our Bagram airbase. Then we're going to simulate the Soviet troop airlifting behind enemy lines. We're not going to fly the whole 40-50 mile route because it's going to take too long. So we're going to start in our attack troop carrying helicopters here, move through the valley to the area that we just attacked. If there are any fighters that we didn't take out on the first run, then we can take them out with our attack helicopters, which also double up as troop carriers. As per real life, we'll drop our battalion of troops down, or maybe a company of troops down, let them do their thing on this fortified area, and then we'll return to base, guys. So, a two-pronged attack. After that, the simulated main thrust of the mechanised units would, of course, happen at night. In terms of details, guys, flying from Bagram today are two aircraft that did take part in the 26 aircraft on the 16th of May, MiG-21s and Su-25s. You can take whatever loadout you want today, guys, but I suggest rockets, which were used predominantly during the attacks. And you can use dumb bombs as well if you want. The helicopters, guys, you can use, again, as would have been used on the real infiltration, either Mi-24 helicopters, which will carry a squad of men, armed with rockets. The Mi-8s, again, rockets for clearing up residual contacts at the target, and can also have side gunners. That's it, guys. Obviously, I've not run it, but how do you think we're going to go?
How did it work out for the Soviets?
They did just like in the American ISAF battles. They did what they wanted to. They said, okay, let's move into this area. Let's flush the Mujahideen out, which they do, obviously, because they've got tanks and attack helicopters, and the Mujahideen have nothing apart from maybe a couple of Stinger missiles, which incidentally weren't used in this battle as far as I can see, so no Stinger missiles to worry about, guys. But Soviets can't just stay there forever. Eventually, they have to retreat, or eventually they'll start getting hit by counter-offensives, and the Mujahideen slowly filter back. And within a few weeks, it's Mujahideen territory again. So they never won. The Soviets simply couldn't win this, and we'll talk about that as we're going. Any other questions, guys? Welcome in, viewers. Today's pilots, Simba, Poosh, Dark, Cap, Cannonball, and Violet will arrive at some point. Hello, guys.
Morning.
Hello.
Well, you're obviously the slowest today, Poosh, so get to the runway, please. The thing about this conflict, I've seen this a lot when studying this conflict, and I only know the basics of it, but it's amazing how much damage was done to the Soviet and Soviet sympathising Afghan forces by a small amount of Mujahideen. And this is another example, and I should say one thing I didn't mention was the effect that this campaign, the Panjshir sub-campaign, had on the eventual withdrawing of Soviet troops in 1989. It smashed their forces, 7,000 men killed in that one valley. a huge amount of casualties for what is estimated at hundreds of AK-wielding mujahideen. It's almost unbelievable how badly the Soviets did. And they tried different things. It wasn't just, straight up army fighting. Panjshir Offensive 6 was sending in Spetsnaz into the mountains to try and root them out. Maybe we'll try that next time or something, once we've got the proper area of the map to use. So it was really beggars belief how badly equipped the Soviets were for this type of war. Now we've also looked a lot, obviously, at the ISAF versus not Mujahideen, Taliban conflict, and although Americans did struggle a lot, why not my plane turn? That's going to be interesting. Okay.
You got to hit the brake for it to turn.
All right, fair enough.
Turns like a Spitfire.
Like tap the brake.
Yeah, it's just being awkward. Okay. Yeah. And the Americans and the British and everyone struggled, but nowhere near as badly as the Soviets did in terms of losses. You look at the amount of losses lost over the 10-year war that they did. It's absolutely crazy, guys. All right, Poosh, for my sins, I guess start taking off and orbit the airfield, please.
I don't know if I want to be in the back. I feel like there might be some accidents ahead.
Yeah, you get that feeling, don't you? Yeah, we've not tried this, viewers, and I've absolutely no idea how this takeoff's going to... That's a bumpy runway.
It is.
Yeah, you might want to hold some back pressure on the stick when you take off in the MiG.
Oh, easy push. Pushes up, well done. Bump. Bump. 1 MiG up. 2 MiGs up. My turn. I just orbit. It's going to take me a little while to get up. Push, giggity. Right, take off flaps. Oh god, I'm done sitting there yapping away as usual. I need that on. I need that on. I need that on. I need that on. That'll do. Great. Go viewing to Wilmingtons. Oh, those bumps, yo. We're not landing this.
Oh yeah, easy.
Christ, that was...
Make sure your gear switches in the middle now or you'll have really fun time.
That was interesting, guys. Maps up. Speed 400. Alright, and back down. Alright, Pushy baby. Could you please set course on the steer point chain?
Sure. I'm getting high-speed shutter around 700 or so.
Right,
so
don't go
much
that
faster
fast.
than that.
Definitely don't go that fast. We're fine at 600.
You remember in the MiG-21s, negative Gs will starve your engine.
Right. And no one here remembers how to restart the engine, so just don't do any negative Gs.
Oh, I remember how. It's super easy.
Well, you're probably going to be talking me through it, so...
If you have your throttle in afterburner, it's just to the left of it.
Right, finally caught up with Poosh just about, who happens to actually be quite fast in that plane. Now that plane there, believe it or not, actually has 2 MiG-21 engines in it, just non-reheat versions. This is a 1972 variant of the plane, and if it looks very simple, it really is, isn't it, guys? I mean, only a couple of years before the F-15A went into service. In fact, didn't the A go into service in 1972 or something? So yeah, this was seriously outdated. That said, this is it the world's most successful jet fighter? Possibly. Thousands were built and they're still in service. So I guess that's, you can't really argue against that. We were talking about the Soviets flattening villages, and they absolutely did that from all the reports I've read. I mean, that's just how they operated. I mean, it was just 12 years between the ending of the Soviet-Afghan war and the beginning of the American ISAF-Afghan war. It was 12 years, isn't it? 1989 to 2001. 12 years, yeah. Yet, they were a world apart, because I guess America and ISAF in 2001, smoke visualizer, that's the beginning of the valley, had something the Soviets didn't really have per se, which is international accountability. The Soviets, to an extent, sort of do anything they want, and they did. We've talked about the, gotta be careful what I say here, but the claims of them using chemical weapons, although technically it was never proven, I believe. But obviously the Americans in the ISAF, the eyes of the world were on them, you know, mobile phones were a thing at that point, had to be very careful with their rules of engagement, and that's not at all to say that they didn't do bad things and never did anything wrong, but generally speaking, they could not go and atomise a village because they thought there was a bad guy there. Right, this is, as I said, we don't have the proper Panjshir Valley yet. It's coming in a few months, and we'll, you know, carry on other simulations with that when we get it. But here is our Panjshir Valley. Here is the effects of the bombardment on the initial part of the valley. There are various strongholds in this part.
Ooh, ground fire.
Ooh, wow, okay. That's a thing. Mr. Massoud not happy.
Could have just been a wedding celebration. No need to panic.
Yes, that's a fair point. They use that kind of tracer of wedding, don't they? Just imagine being here, viewers. I'd love to see like a Hollywood movie of Panjshir 5. Just imagine being here at dusk, mouth of the valley, you know, which is only a couple of miles across, 7,000 Soviet troops pour in. Like the later war, most of the time, the Mujahideen did not stand up and fight because obviously, why would you? You were just going to die. So they retreat and they lure you into the mountains. And they did just what they did 12 years later. And the keys to their success is their crazy dynamic ability to just disappear and reappear a day later. Right, guys, we've got to start thinking about where Panjshir is and where is that our target? The smoking down there.
Yeah, check. That's it.
Right,
yeah.
Guys, there's our target. Atomize the town at will, please. Three insurgents down and firing. 4 insurgents down. Well, lots to go. Ten down. Yep, that time when you know it's going to be a lot harder than you thought it was going to be. That's the time we're looking at now, guys. $16, $20 guys down. 22. Trying to see what other guys are landing their rockets and try and deconflict with that, so we're not spraying the same area again. Shooting, guys. Alright, gun it is. Oh dear, 26 intelligence down. Right, let's hope you guys are shooting a bit better than me, right?
Hey, you got an insurgent with a gun.
Alright, that's pretty good. Wow, still 50. No, I can't do it. Still 43 insurgents left. This is going to be a nightmare if we don't get a lot more down.
How many are we going for?
I just put 70 in. I just spaced 70 in that town. They're there. You can probably even check your F10 map if you want.
There's some on the northeast side of the town.
Yeah, there's some out of the town, but the lion's share inside the town. 30 down. I went over at like 300 knots, and I literally see guys in backyards of houses, so they're there. The houses around the edges of the compound, especially the northern edge of the compound, so that's what I'm going to concentrate on next. Yeah, well that guy just hit. Oh, 41. Yeah, I was definitely right that time. Right. Now we're chewing on gas, or whatever you do with gas. You burn gas, don't you? I need a gas heater for my unit. There's a guy, I literally see a guy there.
Fuel.
Got it! Oh. Yeah, fuel's a problem, guys. If you run out of fuel, you just got to go home and land. Simple as that. And you must follow the route back. You can't just go as the crow flies. I've just run my engine down, Dark. I've just run my engine down. I've got almost no forward stick, but I need help. Quick.
Black lever. If your throttle's an afterburner, there's a black lever to the left of it. Flip it up. Bring your throttle back to idle, and then push it back forward. Make sure you're in a dive.
Right, done all of those things.
Back by your left shoulder, there's a start engine button you can hit.
It's respooling. It's respooling. Please don't be the one that crashes.
Throw it into burner.
Yes! Oh my god. I was 10 knots from dying there. Man, this thing's a freaking Widowmaker.
You only have one
Are you serious?
Ride. Yes, I am.
I did almost no forward G for that to stall, by the way, so god, you gotta be careful. What a terrifying Widowmaker this was. What makes it cool? There, that's where I think they are, viewers. Right in his compounds there. Chugga chugga.
Hey, I killed another one.
Hey. Pretty damn accurate. Yes! Yes, I got one of gun as well. How about that? I was definitely right there. 46.
Flies much nicer once you get rid of those wing pylons.
Gotta remember the button to push. Yeah, haha! Super cap, best cap. Right, I've got a light MiG-21 now. Still wouldn't want a dogfight in it, but better than it was.
Oh, this thing dogfight's great.
Yes, dog. Say that about the F4.
Yeah, it does.
Brilliant.
Using my flares for a show of force.
Good idea. I heard Mujahideen are pretty weak-willed and they would just run away at anything. That was a joke, though.
I'm Winchester.
Alright, stick around until the last guys are done. Show of force. I am a Soviet pilot, and I'm going to show of force your ass.
Who still has anything?
Anyone?
I still have some guns.
Alright, do a nice big fat pass.
Beautiful cap.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, I don't have guns.
Alright, everyone, push, or can you describe your location and your altitude roughly?
I'm west of the village, in between, approaching the big smoke. 3,000 meters.
3,000 meters. Everyone head towards the smoke. Push, you go slow so we catch up, and we're coming for you. I see him. It's pretty easy to find. It's above the smokes. Alright, we're going home, viewers. Jeez, the carrier's almost no flares as well. This thing just wants to be shot down. Alright, push, I'm with you, which means the guys are pretty much with you. Knock it up to, you know, max cruise, whatever the heck that is.
680 still.
680.
Probably.
Max shake.
Max shake, baby.
Yeah, you guys who are breaking the sound barrier are going to go past lead.
Nerds. So we can do formation flying, it's just a bit of a pain in the butt. I mean, by which I mean a massive pain in the butt. Push is a pretty good formation lead. It's got nice slick hands, I like it. Oh, do we dare do a tandem MiG-21 formation landing?
I'm down.
Is that just two nuts?
Yeah.
Oh, you lead us in, bro. I'm going to try and follow you. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible idea, but we are terrible.
You ready to input a lot of trim?
All right, look at us. We finally got our formation together, viewers. filtered. And it's dangerous, and at any point we may explode, but it's the formation. Well, you know what I wouldn't want to do? Air-to-air refueling in this plane. Owie. I mean, it does need air-to-air refueling as well.
Was it capable?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not this one.
All right, I'm going to go down below the clouds here.
Don't push forward,
Watch
guys.
your
Don't push forward.
negatives.
Don't push forward. Everyone stalls their friggin' engine. We're not going to try and land.
in trail
Roger.
position.
We're not going to try and land with the 25 because there's already enough of a challenge without worrying about asymmetric aeroplanes.
You guys can't
I'll land.
land at
I'll land with
250.
them. I'll land with you, Push.
I've no
We'll do
idea,
it.
Pooch.
Oh, will you? Okay.
We'll try it.
I mean, there's a big difference in the wings, is what I'm saying.
I think I see it.
Yep, I see it. Are we trying to land downhill or uphill?
I don't know, guys. Just land the damn planes. No idea.
Well, you tell me. Do you want to be going uphill or
I
downhill?
think uphill makes more sense.
Okay, I'm going to fly over the
Right,
field.
I'm
then.
coming up and left.
Is that you behind 25, by the way?
Yep. I went up over the formation. I'm flying across the middle.
Shit sticks. I'm following dark.
Here's
Going
3
down.
green. Switches back in the middle.
We'll go gear down.
Gear down. Shit, went up. Oh, God. Wrong way. God, this plane gonna kill me. Okay, gear is now down. And neutralise. Got to neutralise it, right, guys?
Yep.
Stupid design plane.
All right. Full flap.
Full flaps.
I'm coming to your right side.
Okay.
Try and land runway left if you can.
Say what?
Try and land runway left if possible.
Okay.
Can't make any power. Why can't I make any power?
Your flaps
Full
are down.
flaps.
You don't have afterburner.
I've got to put flaps.
Leave them in the middle.
Wow, that's dangerous. Are you noticing that, Simba?
Yeah. I've practiced landing this a few times. Yeah, don't put it in burner. Keep it at full mil.
I'm down.
Wow. Well done. We're coming.
No shoot needed.
We're a mile out.
I'm trying to keep rolling.
Brakes don't work on this thing.
They're Russian.
Oh
At
yeah,
160, 170 knots.
that is dangerous.
It's all about rate of descent, Cap.
Yeah, I'm not being able to see over your nose.
Yeah, that part's a bit scary.
Over the retaining wall. Lead wheels.
God, that was terrifying in every way possible. Don't brake, whatever happens. Okay, you're free to brake. Whoa! That was a blind landing. I could see you out of the side of my cockpit and that was it. Oh, guy behind us. Well saved, well saved. Come on, guys. Is everyone down? Without any crashes? Huh. Where's the Grim Reapers and what did you do with them? Guys, we're going to switch to Belly Boppers. Welcome in, viewers. We're now in our helicopters, Dark's flying our Mi-8. I'm going to be in the gunner position. The rest of the boys have got an assortment of helicopters. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to follow the route in, get here, into the jaws of the canyon, fly along the canyon, drop troops behind enemy lines. I wish you all the best. Right, we've got 2 Hinds, chock full of rockets and a big cannon. 3 hips, chock full of rockets, and a small cannon. Is our cockpit fan on, Dark? Oh,
No, let me do that.
unbelievable. What a novice. Right, now which is faster, Hind or Hip? They've both got massively powerful engines, I remember that. Probably a Hind, it looks slicker. Well, if you use your rockets against that base, then I'm going to get a great view of that, I'll tell you. Ow.
I'd have to figure out how.
Oh, we lost the MiG-21? What happened?
Someone ejected on the tarmac.
Right.
Yeah, that was me.
I thought I missed a beautiful crash for the viewers.
You did. There was one crash.
Alright guys, that is the entrance to the dreaded Panjshir Valley. Taka taka taka, taka taka taka, taka taka taka. And early on the 16th of May, in comes squadrons of Hinds and Hips to drop Soviet and Afghan troops.
Dark's not good at leading a formation. He's just...
Doc's a very emotional young man, so you know this. Now, if we were American, we'd be playing Ride of the Valkyries, a bit of Wagner, maybe a bit of Fortunate Son along the watchtowers. If we were Soviet, I'm not sure what we're supposed to be playing, guys.
1812 Overture.
1812 Overture, whatever that means. Right, there you go. You're welcome to sing some if you like, because I don't know it.
Not sure there's any words.
There's no words. Right, I'll throw it in.
There you go.
There
He's
you
got
go.
it.
Right. These Americans knowing the 1812 Overture. Just imagine, viewers, the Mujahideen dug in caves and little rocky outcrops on the left and right canyon walls, and it's going to be a friggin' nightmare to operate.
Gunfight.
Tracers out.
Where from? Look, oh yeah, visual. Get some. Left riverbank. Get some. Sweet, they're firing the same tracer colour as me. I can't. No, there's some red, there's some green. Get some. Oh yeah, no tracer fire. Reloading. You've got AI pilots, set them on. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're amazingly accurate. Fast as we can, Dark, without retreating blade stall. Get some. They're really hard to hit. I can see them. Hitting them is nicht einfach. Get some. Yeah. 1812 Overture. La 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 la, get some. Press fire. How could you kill women and children? Blah 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 blah. And demonetized. Ooh, ouch.
Oh, there's a guy right there on the ground.
Yeah, I got him. Get some. Get some. Yeah. Shook him up. That's important. How can they be so accurate? I'm just trying to shoot a helicopter at 200 miles an hour. 56. Well done, guys. And a Dushka.
Get him.
Now you did that. Get some. Man, this is heavy friggin' fire. Well, lucky
Oh, it
she's
gets worse.
she's a tough gal, luckily. God damn it, sons of bitches, will this ever end? The problem, you never knew when they were going to be. Yes, we took out one of their vehicles.
Hey.
Well done, boys. What have you got to do to survive? Don't crash. Yeah, we're right over it.
Okay, we're back. We're back. Oh boy, holes in the cockpit.
Right. I think I've hit a grand total of 0 so far. We're killing. We are amazingly killing them. They are dying. Scoreboard tells us so.
There you go.
Yes, sir. I got one. I want to know how far we're away from the actual friggin'.
I'm here.
Oh, someone's already there. All right, well, you can start stopping.
I'm here as well.
You said, go forth without retreating blade stall.
I did, didn't I? How far have we got, Dark? I can't see ahead of us.
We're getting pretty close.
All right.
You want to take a look? You can see.
Visual. There's the target face.
Simba, Violet.
Nope.
Which position on the weapon selector is the rockets?
So 3 o'clock is a fixed gun, and so it's 1 turn down from there.
Copy.
I think we're out of the ambush alley. Viewers, that was not fun, and it's true. As we said in the briefing, they were awarded not Soviet Union hero, but big awards just for surviving this friggin' thing.
Made it through the easy part.
We need to neutralise. Oh Jesus, yeah, that was bad. We need to neutralise as many defences as we can, and then land our platoons in that base or in that village. Sorry.
Ow, that was painful.
Dark, you might want to use your rockets before you worry about me.
Yeah, you want to hop in the... I've got to switch seats and turn things on.
No, don't worry about it.
You need.
I'm actually watching out of my thing, and I can see the troops that are around the base. They're looking at a ring around the village, several hundred feet out.
They're out here.
Get altitude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's some out here in the open too.
Yeah, right. We could clear a path. So if we can clear a path, we choose a side, say where that guy did rockets. Clear a path through there. We could sort of sneak in. It's not as much fire around this side where those rockets went down. We might be able to sort of hover taxi up to it and let the troops off. What do you reckon, Dart?
I think we can get them in there.
Roger, we're heading to a...
Look right around the smoke.
Alright, we are a couple of hundred feet out from LZ, so watch those rockets, guys. 100 feet from LZ. Right, put it down carefully, Dark. We are now LZ hot. Small sporadic fire, watch the tree. Alright, down she comes. Yes, excellent helicopter operating that was. Right, just... We're not under fire, so just take your time. Great work, Dark. Booty is opening up. Do you know how to open the booty up?
No, I'm not sure I do.
Let's pretend that sucker's opening up. It's opening up. Soviets, get the chuff out of there. Oh, yes, sir. I'm busily listening to the 1812 overture. Cha. Alright, our squadron is out. Dust off. Get to a high orbit and, for God's sake, out the small arms fire. Go. The rest of you, when you can, take the same ingress we took. It works from the northeast. We only took a couple of AK rounds.
Lots of warnings from the gunfire. I don't think we have all of our power.
No, as soon as we get some forward motion, we'll get enough lift. We've got it. If you find a Jetson bunch, Jetson rockets, do that. How about that? Well done. Right, who's going in next, guys?
Poosh is on short final.
Visual push. Most of the hostiles neutralized, so great combat, everyone. 90 hostiles down. In fact, that's probably everyone taken down by the looks of it. Well done. Great fighting. Not easy to do at all. You can tell you used to fly these things. Alright, Poosh, you know how to open your back. Yeah! Soviet troops, hump it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love Soviet doctrine. Alright, close up and dust off. Next guy, whoever you are. Do sexy things. Simba, inbound. And that is almost impossible to land, so if you have to hover taxi, do it.
Nope,
Good
I
landing.
landed.
Alright, do you have something you can open? I don't think you do you? How do they get out?
Canopy?
Yeah, that'll do. Let them get out of the canopy. Why not? Soviet squadron out. Lift. Next guy. In you come.
Violet inbound.
Cannonball inbound.
Great operating, guys. Like the hardest helicopters to fly in the world, both of these are. They're like balancing a giant fat brick on your face. It's not easy. And it's painful. Who's in this Mi-8?
Cannonball.
Cannonball. I can tell you did not used to fly helicopters for a living.
You know, I'm not exactly
Nice.
known for my helicopter skill either, usually.
No, great dog. Well done, Cannonball. If you know how to open the back, open the back. If not, try not to let Violet hit you. Well done, Cannonball. Right, Violet, you're the last humanoid. Last Soviet humanoid.
Hey, Cap, do you know how you tell Mujahideen from civilians? Well, if you shoot at them and they don't run, they're a well-trained Mujahideen. If they run, they're poorly trained Mujahideen.
You see, viewers? He may not have flown these things for a living, but he's watched a lot of damn fine Stanley Kubrick movies. Well done, Violet. Well done. That's impressive. Really impressive. All right, Violet, you've let your squad off. Up you go, everyone. Back down the valley, westbound to Bagram and freedom. Oh, I
You
don't
gonna
know.
do some more shooting on the way out, or are we just running for it?
No, get the chop out of there, because I get the feeling we're on our last friggin' legs here, Doc.
Yeah, that might be a right feeling.
Right, amazing, guys, really amazing. We got in planes that we've not flown like for ages and are all incredibly difficult to operate. We did the bombing without killing ourselves. I almost did, but I managed to get my engine up and running just in time. So we all landed properly, which is great, even in formation. And then we went back out with helicopters, heavily wounded along the way because Mujahideen. And then we got here, and then we took out 30 Mujahideen that were shooting at us without crashing, which was great. And then we all landed and took off, and we're on our way back. Well done. Any comments from you guys? It was good fun, that was.
fun mission. We did better than the Russians did.
We literally did better than the Russians did. Yeah. That's probably a good thing to end on, guys. Right, I hope you enjoyed that, and bye!